A severe storm sweeping through Eleanor, West Virginia, where the Putnam County Fairgrounds are located, brought along with it heavy winds and a lot of rain.
In fact, check out some video sent to us by a viewer as those storm clouds passed through the area. You saw that lightning there. A major bummer for people trying to head to the Putnam County Fair tonight, as the fair has been canceled because of the storm. So News Channel 3's Andrew Colgrove is in Eleanor and is joining us live right now. Andrew, what are you seeing at the moment?
Well, Sarah, certainly not the Thursday evening atmosphere that anybody here wanted. Right now, everybody's just working on getting things cleaned up and torn down for the night, and they'll be coming back out tomorrow and hoping for a little bit better weather. But just after 4 o'clock here, some really strong wind and heavy rain came down here in the area. In fact, it knocked over several canopies here at the fairgrounds. Was told that one of those canopies actually got knocked into one of the food vendors' trucks here, caused a dent onto that. Also told that one of the workers here had a canopy knocked into one of the workers' heads as well. He suffered a slight injury. Was told that was not too serious, fortunately. But again, a fair board member here saying, unfortunately, this is just one of the facts of life when you're having these fairs in the summer. Sometimes you're going to have a storm like this, and you just try to cope with it as best as you can. And I talked to some kids, certainly disappointed they're not going to get the opportunity to ride any of the rides tonight with fair events here being canceled. Guys, could also tell you, we were told that the wind, the heavy wind earlier today, also knocked over a porta potty here at the fairgrounds. Mercifully, thankfully, nobody was inside.
Yes, very thankfully. Thank you, Andrew. And if you missed out on tonight, don't worry. There are still several more days to enjoy the Putnam County Fair as it lasts through the Saturday.
Well, now we want to take a look outside with some of our meteorologists to check out the conditions.
Yeah, meteorologist Nicholas Snyder, in fact, is in Huntington. Nicholas, it's looking a little bit better than what we saw when we joined you at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, certainly, Sarah, things have really calmed down. We're not seeing any rain anymore. Right at the first time I came in, we saw a whole lot of rain coming down, and we got pretty wet. But thankfully, things have calmed down now. Want to take a look at the backs of these storms here, though. See that blue sky right in the distance and those really tall, towering clouds off in the distance. Tony was talking about it earlier. That's a sign that these storms are really just going up. But since we have that rain-cooled air overhead, things are going to calm down relatively soon. Now, Tony mentioned there are still a few showers off to the west over into portions of Scioto County. Those are going to weaken, as he mentioned earlier, with the rain-cooled air and all that energy that has been used up. But flooding definitely a concern over portions of the area. I got a video on Twitter from somebody over into Putnam County showing some pretty nasty flooding there along the streets. Of course, I would not be surprised if areas in Huntington, especially in those low-lying areas underneath those train bridges on 10th Street, and of course over at Hal Greer, dealing with some street flooding. So yeah, things have really calmed down, but the heavy rain didn't make good for any outdoor events this evening. And of course, strong winds that went through portions of Kanawha and Putnam counties did not do so great as far as the outdoor events go tonight. Tony has more on what we can expect later on down the road coming up in his full forecast, but for now things are improving. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio right now in Huntington. Nicholas Snyder, WSAZ News Channel 3.
All right, thank you, Nicholas.